I'm just going to go over this again. So 2x plus 6x is 8x. 17 minus 9 is 8. And then we divide both sides by 8, get x equals 1. And then we're going to plug it into the top equation. Why? Because it's all positives, right? So I look over here now. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 5y equals 17. What am I going to do next, Eli? Subtract 2 from both sides. Excellent. And I get 5y equals 15. And y equals 3. Good. Last step, I divide by 5. And I end up with y equals 3. So as an order pair. So if we were to graph those two, right? If we were to graph these and solve them both for y, get them in slope-intercept form, there would be 2 lines, so it would cross at 1, 3. 1 for x, 3 for y. Okay? Write that one down. Oh, that's the same one. That was the extra slide I was talking about. Write this one down. Yes. We got the easy ones first, and then it always does that. Ramps up in difficulty. It's not that hard, though. Did you get another pencil? What's wrong with you? Ay, ay, ay. What cancels automatically on these two equations? Neva? The y's, right? So what do I get for the x's? 8x. How about the number part? What do I get? 16. And then all I have to do is x equals 2. Perfect. Question. Whatever the signs say, right? So negative 32 plus 48. Like this is negative 6 plus 6. This is 5 plus 3 because they're both positive. So just look at the signs and do what those tell me to do. Okay? Like if these two are flipped, I mean technically you're subtracting, but do you have a question, Teo?
Yeah. Last time we got y equals 3. Right?
Sure.
How come we have x equals?
This is a new problem. You get different answers when you have a new problem. I don't know how to answer the question.
What makes it different from x or y?
How do I know to solve for x or y? Is that what you're asking me?
How do I know which
Because which one cancels automatic?
y?
Or that's y.
Wait, always?
No, this one, that one, the y's canceled also. You can cancel either x or y. It doesn't matter. Nah. Okay, so x equals 2. We're going to take that value to which equation should you plug into, Shane? Bottom, because they're all positive, right? So I'm going to plug into that x is what I meant. Let's try that again. So take that, plug it in right here for that x. So I get 3 times 2 plus 6y equals 48.
I know what to do in this situation, Mr. Evans.
Yeah, tell me.
Multiply 3 by 2.
And I get 6 plus 6y equals 48. What's the next step, Eli?
Then you subtract 6.
Subtract 6 from both sides.
And then you get 42.
42, good. Divide by 6 and you get y equals 7. So y equals 7. Good. So 2 comma 7. Ooh. Okay. Good, good? All right, have at it.
Wait, what were the coordinates for the last one?
1, 3. Remember, all missing work to include tests and quizzes is due Monday. So if you have a quiz or a test still outstanding, you have to finish it by the time I leave on Monday. I'm leaving at 3:15 on Monday. So let's say you miss one of the chapter, like you missed chapter 4 test, you have to finish it by 3:15 on Monday. Okay? What's up, Mr. Grace? Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
What do I sign up for?
Hubbard sent,
I got it, but she goes, do you want half day, full day? What do I want?
depends if you want to stay for the full day or half day.
But it says something if you take a half day work day, then you don't get it in April?
Yeah.
So what happens to you in April?
I don't know. You probably have to come to work. They're not going to monitor that. They never do.
So I should just go for a half day.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. I'm going all day. I like that stuff, so it talks about grouping kids in specific ways and just more group work kind of stuff. That's, I can't say more specifically. Yeah. It's actually pretty good, this stuff. I like it, but whatever, go half day, and if you want to stay the whole day, stay the whole day, you know? Okay, yeah. Teacher talk. Okay. All right, are we good on this one? You good, Ben? All right. So write this one down, please. Yeah, this is where you have to multiply one of the equations as it says in the directions. Allow me to teach you, and I will tell you. I'm just waiting for people to write it down. Okay, so I look at both x and y, and I want to try to figure out which one is the easiest to cancel. So, would I choose the hardest one to cancel? Yes. You said why would you choose the easiest one to cancel?
No, I said why.
Oh, why? That was like your joke before, right? We're going to cancel y. What can I multiply this -5 by to make the y's cancel? Wait. No, answer this question first, then I'll take your question. What do I have to multiply the y by to make the y's cancel? Amanda. So if I multiply by -3, what does that become, the y? Positive 15. 15 plus 15, 30. So not -3, but positive 3. Okay? So we're going to multiply this bottom equation by positive 3. Why am I multiplying by positive 3? To cancel out the y's, right? Then I get positive 15 up top, and I get -15 on the bottom, and the y's cancel. Eli, you had a question before. Either one. Yep. Benjamin?
So if you multiply each side by 3, 7x becomes 21.
21x. Keep going.
And then you get minus 15y.
Can you do 17 times 3 in your head? What's 10 times 3?
30.
7 times 3?
21.
30 plus 21?
41. 51.
51. Good job. So did you think you could multiply 17 times 3 in your head, Benjamin? Yeah, right? We just proved that you can. Now I'm going to rewrite the bottom, or the top equation rather. Plus 15y equals -32.
Wait, why do you put that one why do you put the bottom one on the top then?
Doesn't matter. You can put them in any order. It doesn't matter. Right, yeah. We're doing just combining like terms. So Eli was asking before, do you always add them? In this case, we're doing 21 minus 2, right? So I say just do what the signs tell you to do. So in this case, we're subtracting 19x. The y's cancel. 51 minus 32 is also 19. And then we just divide both sides by 19. X equals 1. Okay? And then which equation should I choose to plug it into? I mean, they both have negatives. So I'm going to choose the bottom one because it has one less negative. So I'm going to take this value of 1 and plug it in right here for that x. So you get 7 times 1 minus 5y. equals 17. Blake, what do I do? 7 times 1 is 7, minus 5y equals 17. What's the next step, Blake? Minus 7, both sides, excellent. And I get negative 5y equals 10 divide by negative 5. Almost. Not 2, but negative 2. Right? You can do this math. Now write it down. Amanda, question? What? I could have plugged it in there. You can plug it into any of the equations. Doesn't matter. You still get the same answer either way. Okay. Write that one down, please.
I have a question about the last one.
All right. Hold on. Teo's got a question about the last one. Go ahead.
How come you can't just cancel out y like you were before?
Because if I do 15 minus 5, it doesn't cancel. That's why. Okay? Got to be the same number with opposite signs. Right? So write that one down, please. No, this one works. Good. So what do I multiply that top equation by, Blake? 3. Because if I multiply that top equation by 3, which letter cancels, x or y? Y. Okay? So we get negative 15x minus 6y equals 18. What was your question, Eli? Well, if I cancel out x's, then I have to multiply both equations, so it's more challenging. So I'm going to cancel out y because I can just multiply that top equation by 3 and the y's cancel. Don't wrap that around your neck, you weirdo. Okay? So 3 minus 15 is what? 3 minus 15? We can get you help if you need, man. 3 minus 15 is what? Still waiting. Yeah, Catherine. Sometimes Benjamin's loud, it's true. Negative 12x and 6 plus 18? You can say it, Benjamin. You got it. 24. He's still aggressive. All right, what's the last step? Divide by negative 12. Better volume, Benjamin. Good job. So x equals negative 2. Okay. And then which equation would you choose to plug into, top or bottom? Bottom. Do you have a question, Eva?
I don't get this plug into top or bottom.
So I chose to plug into the bottom. Yeah. These are all positive numbers. It's easier to plug in if they're all positive numbers. You can choose either equation to plug into. It totally does not matter. I would still choose to plug into the bottom because all the variables are positive. Then I plug it into top. But I could plug into either. It totally doesn't matter. Right? Still get same answer either way. So 3 times negative 2 plus 6y equals 6. Write that down, please. Armando, what do I do next? And I get negative 6 plus 6y equals 6. And now we have the devil problem. So what do I do next? Neva. Add 6 to both sides. Excellent. And then Xavier, what's the last step? Yeah, good. Divide by 6 on both sides. Excellent. Y equals 2. So my ordered pair then would be negative 2, positive 2. So let's say you're on the final exam and you get to this problem and something goes wrong. right? And you make some mistake with negatives, and then you get some weird answer that's not one of the 4 answer choices. What you can do always is take the answer, because it's multiple choice to final, and plug it in for x and y, and see if you get 6. It's a hassle, though, because if you don't guess the correct answer the first time, you could have to plug in 4 different times. But still, if you get stuck, that's a good way. You can always work backwards, especially math multiple choice. Super handy. Even on SAT, that's handy. Okay, write this one down. Write this one down. Yeah, you always want to have one negative and one positive variable, because then they cancel. Now, if you guys look at the solutions, the textbook always subtracts the 2 equations. I don't like it when you guys subtract the 2 equations, because you tend to make a bunch of mistakes. So if you're looking at solutions, don't be confused, because they always subtract them. And I just find that students screw that up. Okay, I'm going to rewrite these 2 equations. You will get it. So 4x plus 3y equals -2. So what do the directions say up top?
Always have one possible.
No, the next to problem 4. Solving. You have to multiply both equations, right? So up top here, we're multiplying both equations for these problems, because neither x or y are cancels. So you can see what I wrote up here. Focus. Always have one positive and one negative variable. So here's how easy it is to figure out what to multiply by. So I'm going to multiply both equations. I see this 4 right here, multiplied by 4 up top. I see the 3 up top, multiplied by 3 down low. And then it says you always need to have one positive and one negative. So I'm just going to make one of them negative, because then I get 12x up top and negative 12x down low, and they're going to cancel. Okay? 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 4 is -12. Okay. Yeah. You could do it for the y's as well. Yeah, I could choose to multiply the top by 3 and the bottom equation by -2. Totally fine. So I'm going to rewrite these equations now, multiplying. I'm going to have Blaze. What do I get for the top one? 4 times 3, 12x plus 8y equals 4. Excellent. What do I get? No, it's not. What do I'm multiplying the top equation here, Benjamin. Bottom equation next. Shane, tell me. Negative 12x minus 9y equals 6. Right? Don't ever write that plus minus thing, because it gets confusing as you go further down the problem, because a positive times a negative is a negative, so just write minus. No, it's not. I know, it makes me mad, because I see you guys make that mistake all the time. All right, so what do I get here? What do I get for y? -1. So -1y equals 10. So if negative y equals 10, positive y equals -10. You can get that by just simply multiplying both sides by -1. So now y equals -10. If we look at the 2 original equations, the top one has all positive numbers, so I'm going to plug into the top equation. So my y value is -10. I'm going to plug in right there. Thank you. Okay, so we get 3x plus 2 times -10 equals 1. Zoe, tell me what to do. And what do I get? Negative 20 equals 1. What's the next step? Add 20 to both sides, and then divide by 3. What's the answer? 7. So 3x equals 21. Then we're going to divide both sides by 3. And we get x equals 7. As an ordered pair, you get 7, negative 10. Okay, that's multiplying both equations. Yeah. I'll come check. We've got a couple more examples. I'll come check and see where the little mistake happened. Okay, write this one down, please. This is multiplying both. What are you going to get rid of, x or y's? Y, because we already have opposite signs. That's what I'd choose to do as well. So what am I going to multiply? If I'm getting rid of y's, what do I multiply the top by, Neva? And the bottom? Good. So, right, I take that 2, write it up top here. I take the 3, write it down low here. And then we have 6y and negative 6y. So tell me what I get for the top equation, Abby. Plus 6y. You got that. 10 times 2 is 9 times 2 is 20, and 18 is 38. Good. So negative 38. What do I get for the bottom one, Owen?
6x.
Nope. Multiply.
9x.
By 3 I did. Oh,
3 times
9x.
3 is 9.
Minus 6y.
Good.
Negative 30.
Equals negative 30. Okay, now I'm combining like terms. Tell me what I get, Benjamin. 9 plus 8?
9 plus 8 is 17.
17x. And negative 38 minus 30. Can you do that? Tell me.
Negative 68.
Excellent. Negative 68. What's the last step, Eli? Divide by 17. What do I get, Joseph? Who knows what that is? Yeah. Negative 4. Good. So both top and bottom equations have negatives, so it doesn't really matter, right? You can always plug into either equation. I'm going to choose the bottom one because the numbers are a little smaller. So I'm going to plug that in right here. Okay? So I get 3 times negative 4 minus 2y equals negative 10. Quaid, what do I get? Tell me what to do. And I get negative 12. Keep going. Add 12 to both sides. Good. And then divide by negative 2. And you get y equals negative 1. So the ordered pair answer would be negative 4, negative 1. One more. You got it. He's paying attention. Okay, we good on this? Anyone need more time? You still writing? Got a couple of people still writing. He was. Okay. Last one. Last one.
Do I have to question?
I don't know. You'd be surprised. They're very good. You're doing much better, Teo. Notes. Look at his notes. They're good. Better than yours. You wrote down like 2 problems. Okay. So looking at these, yeah, infinite, or so if you end up with 0 equals 0, then it's, is that true? Does 0 equal 0? Yes, so it's infinite. So if it's a true statement, it's infinite. If you get like 0 equals 2, that is not true, so it's no soul. And then if you get an answer, you get an answer, right? So we're determining between infinite and no solution. What am I, if I want to cancel out the x's, Blaze, what am I going to multiply by? Brooke thought I was looking at her. Looking right past you, Brooke. So if I want to make this negative 2x, what do I have to multiply it by? Negative 2. Okay? So we're going to multiply this bottom equation by negative 2. So I'm going to rewrite the top equation. Brooke, what do I get for the bottom equation? Negative 2x minus or plus? Good. Minus 6y equals negative 18. What happens, Brooke? Yep. And what happens when you combine like terms? What do I get? 2 minus 2. Right? And what do I get here? 0 again. Equals. So how many solutions? Infinite. Good. No such thing. Infinite.
What's the big side that you can?
Infinity.
Infinity's not a number.
Yeah, it is. Infinity. And then you can say infinity times infinity. Like it's one of those circular arguments. Yes, Madeline. Yeah, because, I mean, the x's cancel here and the y's cancel here, so if I'm trying to make this into a negative 6, what am I going to multiply by? Same thing, right? So that's why. It's either way you think about it, it's going to cancel everything. Okay? All right, that's it. Your homework is right here, 382, 7 through 25 odd. I bet you do. All right, hold on. Let me just finish. Yep.